Welcome to the Athletics of Indiana podcast. Today we're going to talk about that big 2025 season opener for the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah, the one everyone's looking forward to their matchup against Old Dominion.
Exactly. But first, just a quick reminder for everyone listening. Please remember this is all for informational and entertainment purposes. Nothing here should be taken as legal, financial, or gambling advice.
Right. Always important.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It's Saturday, August 30th, Memorial Stadium, Bloomington. Kickoff's at 2:30 p.m. Eastern.
And you've got the Hoosiers, ranked number 20, right? Big Ten team, Coach Cignetti's second year, coming off that really impressive 2024 season.
Yeah, expectations are high, and they're up against Old Dominion, the Monarchs, Sun Belt team, Coach Ricky Ron. Definitely the underdogs here, big time.
It really feels like a clash of expectations, doesn't it? Indiana needs to validate that ranking, show they're playoff contenders.
And ODU, we've got nothing to lose, really. It's a chance for a massive upset. So for you listening, we're going to try and figure out what really matters here.
Our analysis, it shows Indiana's heavily favored, obviously, but it's still a critical early test.
How so?
Well, for the Hoosiers, it's about proving the hype is real, executing from the get-go. For ODU, it's seeing how they stack up against top competition.
Yeah.
Maybe even pull off a shocker.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get into the key matchups then. Indiana's offense.
Uh,
Wow. Looks loaded.
yeah, that passing attack with Mendoza, it's been revamped. Looks sharp.
And our models are showing they really need to get the run game going early. Black and Hemby. That's kind of the plan, right? Exploit ODU's secondary.
That seems to be the strategy. And don't forget that offensive line. It's a major strength. Lots of depth there. They could really wear down the Monarchs' defense.
So ODU's path to staying in this game,
Hmm.
it's got to be defense, right? Forcing turnovers.
100%. They absolutely have to create takeaways. Guys like Jason Henderson, Alonzo Thompson on the D-line, they need huge games. Stuff the run, get pressure on Mendoza. And what's really interesting, looking at the scout reports, is their linebacker group. Keyshawn Thomas, Jedel Judah, Justin Kalitsnik. Watch those guys. They fly around. Could make some game-changing plays.
Okay, let's unpack the betting side a bit. Indiana minus 23.5 points. Seriously.
That's the line.
That just sounds like a walk in the park. I mean, is there even a game here? Should we just hand them a win? 23.5 for a top 20 team at home? Feels like free money?
Well, hold on now. It's interesting you say that because our model projections, they're not quite a slam dunk. Yeah, they show about a 59% probability for Indiana to cover that spread, which, is better than not.
59%. That's it.
But look, Old Dominion, they've got this history of playing tight games. A lot of their losses last year, single scores, against teams that were, frankly, better on paper.
Okay.
So it suggests they can hang around, especially if Indiana, starts a bit slow. Early season games can be weird. Volatility. That offense might take a bit to click.
So you're telling me there's a 41% chance they don't cover? Wow. For a supposed mismatch, that's practically a coin flip. My grandma could tell you it's not a sure thing.
It just highlights the unpredictability, right?
Yeah.
Especially early on.
Okay. Fair enough. But here's where it gets really interesting for you folks listening. Beyond just the full game spread. Indiana minus 13.5 for the first half. Our analysis gives that a 61% chance to cover.
And that makes sense historically. They tend to start fast against G5 and FCS teams.
Exactly. And if you're feeling a bit more adventurous, Indiana's team total, over 39.5 points. That looked pretty promising.
What's the projection there?
Our model's spitting out roughly 41 points against that ODU defense, which, let's be honest, struggled last year. Bottom 30 in EPA per play allowed.
Yeah.
They gave up scoring chances easily.
Yeah, that EPA stat is telling. And switching gears slightly for individual player props, you got to watch Jason Henderson, ODU's linebacker.
That's a Sun Belt guy.
That's him. Defensive anchor. Our model projects him for 10 tackles in this game.
10 tackles, okay.
So if you see a market line for his total tackles, maybe down around 6.5 to 9.5, that could be value. He's going to be involved trying to stop that Indiana run game.
Good insight. So, all right, let's bring it together. The general consensus, even with my slight skepticism on the spread, it still points to an Indiana win, right? Something like 38-14, covering.
Yeah, that feels about right. The talent gap, the home crowd, it probably overwhelms ODU eventually, maybe by halftime.
But you got to give ODU credit. They might make it interesting early on. Keep it competitive for a bit.
Definitely. And looking bigger picture, this game is huge for both sides. ODU gets invaluable experience against a ranked team, tests their toughness.
And for Indiana, it's all about validating that preseason ranking. executing cleanly. It really sets the tone.
It's not just another game. It's chapter 1 of their 2025 story. How they start could, resonate through the whole season.
So I guess the lingering question for you to think about is this. If Indiana doesn't look dominant here, if they struggle against the Sun Belt underdog, what does that really say about their playoff hopes? And maybe even the strength of the Big Ten this year? Something to chew on. Okay, before we wrap up, the necessary legal stuff. The information, analysis, and opinions provided on this site are strictly for informational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing contained herein should be construed as legal, financial, or gambling advice. All wagering activities involve risk, and there is no guarantee of any specific outcome or profit. Past performance does not predict or guarantee future results. Readers are solely responsible for any decisions they make with respect to sports wagering or other gaming activities. This site does not promote or encourage unlawful gambling in any form. You must be at least 21 years of age, or the legal minimum in your jurisdiction, to participate in sports wagering where it is permitted by law. If you engage in gambling, do so responsibly and within your financial means. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In the United States, you can call or text the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 for confidential support, available 24/7. By accessing and reading this content, you acknowledge and agree that the author and publishers are not liable for any losses, damages, or adverse outcomes arising from your reliance on the information provided.